Hey rum fam, welcome back to the channel. Today's rum review, I am going to Jamaica and I'm going to Worthy Park. So again, this is another rum that I've kind of not given too much love to. I've had the rum for flipping months and months and months and months. I remember doing a couple of videos on it ages and ages ago. But as you can see there, I've just not revisited it, and I don't really know why. I'll be open and honest, I'm not the biggest Jamaican fanboy when it comes to neat sipping rums. I think my palate is definitely changing. I'm not an older, long-aged rum fan, if you like. I do like sort of, if I'm going to aged, I always sort of say, you know, look, let's make this statement. I do like the Dawley's 12 and the Dawley's 14, the Eldorado 12, the Eldorado 15, the Appleton 12. I do like them. It's not that I'm saying I don't like them. It's not saying I don't appreciate them. I can appreciate the quality. I'm just thinking in my head, unconscious decision, I want a rum, I'm going to grab something. I very rarely grab one of those to sip. I always sort of aim, or just by pure instinct, go for a younger aged rum. But it still doesn't really get Appleton too much. I've used the Appleton 8 quite a bit in cocktails and that sort of stuff. But this, I genuinely can't give you a reason why this has been sitting on my back bar that long, and I've very rarely had a dram of it overnight, very rarely revisited it, very rarely comes out these days in videos. So I thought, what a better time to crack on. So Worthy Park Estate, the rum in their own right, you know, they kind of went off the scene for quite a while. Rum Bar is one of their brands as well, but they very much are, I think they kind of, I forget the actual year that they, it's somewhere in the 2000s that they reopened for business again. But, you know, as you can probably see from there, it was established in 1670. So they've been around a very, very long time, but they did go off the radar. And even when they came back, it was very much distilling and selling rum off to the likes of E&A Shear and stuff like that. It was only in recent times, I think 2017, I think that's when this came out, and not around about that time, might be just before, might be just after Rum Bar came out. So, you know, they were distilling for quite a few years, selling rum off to other to people like E&A Shear and to other bottlers, other caskers, but this came out in their own right. So what else can I tell you about this? 45% ABV, and looking at my Master of Malt price in the UK, 45, this is logged out, so this is general price, £45.99. And I can just see up the top there, reviews, it's like 4.5 out of 5 stars, if you like. So let's just, I don't know really what else I can tell you about it there. You know, let's just dive in for a little whiff. I tell you what, you are not mistaking that for not a Jamaican rum. That is, wow, I don't remember it being that sort of funky before. And I don't mean high funk, high esters, but that's, wow. I don't know why I'm so shocked. I just didn't have it in my head that it was that way. You know, it had that sort of Jamaican vibe to it. It very much does. So what am I talking about? Bananas, green and sort of ripe bananas. It is that kind of grassy funk that we kind of associate with, well, with Jamaica. You know, I have this sort of chat quite a bit. You know, in our heads, we automatically associate funk with Jamaica, except none of the Appletons, which is the biggest selling rum coming off Jamaica by a long, long way, have this kind of vibe. So are we right to associate Jamaica with funk? The other distilleries, yeah, Clarendon, Long Pond, as we kind of affectionately call it, Long Pond, Clarendon, Worthy Park, Hampden, very much do. Appleton doesn't, but it is the biggest selling rum from Jamaica. So, you know, Appleton does have a banana vibe, but it hasn't got this funk vibe to it. Now, I dare say, I don't know whether it's my palate changing over the months, but I can probably hazard a guess to why I didn't revisit it, because probably 8 months ago, while I liked them, while I enjoyed them, I probably wasn't in this headspace when it came to rum. Again, it's probably not a rum that I would automatically associate, automatically kind of grab. I think the smell is lovely now. I think my palate, my kind of perceptions of rum have changed quite dramatically. I think it's a lovely smell, but I can pretty much assume why I've not revisited this. So is there anything else coming off there? As I say, very much green unripe banana, very much that sort of grassy funk. I would possibly go a touch of coconut on there, but unmistakable kind of barrel aging is also there, those sort of woody oaky notes, a little bit of toffee actually, not caramel, more sort of toffee vibes. But I think anything else does get overshadowed by that. Once you kind of get that in your head that that's green unripe bananas, that's what you're smelling. It's very difficult for me at least to pick anything else out, like any other complex flavours. It's just the blindingly obvious things that slap you around the face. Then on the taste, wow, that's lovely. That is really nice. Honeyed banana. I've used that honeyed term quite a lot recently. I promise I've not had honey today. But honeyed banana, very rich, very robust, very unctuous. So I'm filming this in the same session that I've just done Bacardi 4-year-old before it. Very different rum, very different, and all right, nearly double the price. Let's be brutally honest, $45.9. Well, it is double the price of Bacardi 4-year-old. Double the quality, easily double the quality. This is what I mean. Look, and I said in that Bacardi video, don't automatically assume when I say that's a really great sipper, don't automatically assume that I'm comparing it to something like this, because I'm really not. I'm not stupid enough to compare the quality. I'm just basing it at that price level, that Bacardi video. So could you sip that Bacardi if you're in those realms of under £25 and you like under £25 rum sipping neat? Yes, that is a great neat sipper. If you're at the £45, £50 level, maybe slightly higher, you won't appreciate, that's the wrong thing to say, but you won't enjoy, that's the better thing to say, you won't enjoy that Bacardi 4-year-old so much. I mean, this is, it's a whole league above this, maybe 3 or 4 leagues. It's a swill it around the mouth. Ginger comes out. Don't lose the banana. Coconut comes out. And there is that sort of spice. I think it's ginger. I was going to say maybe dry cinnamon. Maybe this sort of little subtle layer of dry cinnamon, but it is the ginger. But I just can't get over the, bearing in mind, this is undosed, unsweetened. There's nothing gone into that. I cannot believe the difference in the luxuriousness of this compared to the Bacardi 4-year-old, which you could tell will have been slightly dosed, if you like. However they choose to sort of call it, it will be somehow slightly sweetened up. But this has got all those lovely, rich, robust notes without that. I'm just sitting here thinking, do you know what? So many people must be confused about my palate and what I like and what I don't like and where my heart is and what, you know. I'll be honest, the more weeks that I go down this journey, the more confused I get. Because while I think I've just got an overall appreciation of all rums. I don't think I can literally pigeonhole myself into a category. I love white unaged rums. I will quite happily shout about white unaged rums, good quality white unaged rums until the cows come home. I flipping love them. Anyone that says you can't sip a white unaged rum neat is, they're barking mad, because don't get me wrong, there's some terrible ones out there as well, but there's some cracking ones. I will say for me, probably why I've not revisited this so much, because of those rich, unctuous notes. If I'm having a glass, I might have 2 glasses, if you know what I mean. I think this is for me at this stage, this is a lovely one and enjoy it. It satisfies you. I wouldn't want any more. I probably won't even finish that if I'm being honest. I wouldn't want any more than that, because it's just satisfying. It's like nicely glides down the throat. It's nicely lining the stomach. I get this lovely warm cuddle inside. That sort of banana Jamaican vibe, a little bit of coconut. They are what I like. is that for many people, that will be an absolute session rum. I don't think that is a session rum for me. I still think my session rums where I can have 2, 3, 4 glasses in a night, I do think are the column stills, or, you know, those kind of what I call multi-country blends, and maybe some white unaged rums, you know. A white pot still doesn't, while it's got that sort of vibe to it, doesn't have the lovely unctuous, sumptuousness. God, I'm pulling out the words tonight, isn't I? That unctuous, sumptuous sort of finish to it, whereas this does after a bit of aging. 6 to 10 year old kind of rum in there. As I say, you know, that's roughly where my sort of, for aging rums, I really wouldn't want to go any more than that, because I think that is really at my limits. But this is lovely, and I would quite happily, now that I know what it tastes like, I will quite happily say that this is a permanent stock. I don't think I'm too far away from going down a proper sort of Jamaican rabbit hole. I don't think, even the funk bombs that I've tasted recently, I don't think I'm anywhere close to being wanting to go down a Jamaican funk rabbit hole. But this has got a lovely light funk to it. You know, Hamden 8, I still think Hamden 8 is a bit more, is a bit funkier than what this is, and that's without going down the Long Pond route. And this, you know, I've tasted a couple of Money Musks recently as well. And actually, I'll put the Money Musk in this sort of bracket as well. I don't think Money Musk is that that funky. So yeah, Hamden, Clarendon, and Long Pond, I potentially not far away from getting into those, but they're not my sort of thing at the moment. Whereas this is lovely for £46. I think this is a cracking. If you're looking for something different, if you're at your Appleton 12 stages, if you're looking at your Dawley's 12s, your Eldorado 12s, and you're looking for something slightly different with a very different flavour profile, then this could be right up your street.